had a...
We got to go to a bit on Everett Street, then we're going to the nursery.
Where's Everett Street?
Newport, 10 Everett, if you want to put it in your phone.
Nice.
Oh, hey! Welcome, everybody. So we're now heading to Oakland Forest, the magic forest.
Why is it magical?
You'll see when we get there. Magic will happen today, I'll guarantee it, every time you go in there. It was the life-changing moment in my life. We all have that. Jesse will have that, we all have that. We have that moment where you're at the crossroads and it's a signpost. At that time when I saved the forest, I could have cut the forest down and made $3,000, which was a lot of money 30 years ago, or I could have saved the forest and maybe lost my business. Everyone said I would lose my business. Guess what? My business is 10 times bigger than it used to be after I saved the forest. Because everyone respected me and thought that I knew a lot about forest because I saved the forest. So it goes to show you, if you stand up for what you believe in, miracles will happen.
So this is the development that was built on the edge of the forest, yeah?
Yeah, this is actually built in the forest. So the forest used to extend everywhere, and then the forest was left. Then they were going to cut the rest of the forest and put houses within the forest, and that's when I came in with the Quintic Island Land Trust to save the place.
And here we are at Oakland Forest. Matt's a busy boy, always on his phone making certain he's getting the next job.
Here we have where it all began. We're at the trailhead of the famous Oakland Forest, a forest that I was called to cut down many years ago. It turned into be a career changer, a life changer. And this is the tree book, The Tree Hugger. It was written about my career and my saving of this forest. And it's very emotional to be back here. Every time I come here, it's emotional. I come here a lot. To save a forest is the greatest honor. It's hard to explain how it makes you feel to walk into a place that you knew would have been condominiums and you saved it. Through a lot of effort with many people. I am the voice of the forest and always on the cover of books and magazines, which has been in the hundreds now, television shows, which many more to come. But the real story is that all the people behind the scenes that had to do with saving this place. Hours and hours of heartache, hours and hours of meeting, hours and hours of never giving up in the quest to save this place. So we're gonna be at the trailhead and head in. But when I see the sign here and my name on the sign along with everybody else, including Eleanor Kenny and Matthew Largess and the Van Buren Charitable Trust, the Portsmouth Open Space, many others, Carriage Drive residents, and mostly the Vanderbilts. The Vanderbilt family, we want to thank them. This was their estate, that's why it was left. It's a virgin forest, which means it was here. This is what Newport used to look like. This is what Quintic Island was before man was here, when Indians were here, when Native Americans were here. So we're gonna be going down this woody trail and muddy, and I'm excited, and I hope we get to see hawks and any other magic things, because magic things happen in this forest.
Don't forget to tell them about the angels.
Yeah, we will. When we get in the forest, we'll talk about the angels. Angels are part of this forest. It's magical, it's sacred, it's spiritual. Native Americans have been coming here for centuries to have spiritual experiences and to be given guidance in their lives of where to go and what to do. So we're here at Oakland. There I am hugging the tree. This tree we're going to go see right now. So here we go to the magic forest. hope. And I said that today.
Yes, you did.
Peace.
Words to live by.
Mm-hmm.
Courage, peace, hope, and faith.
Never seen these rocks here before. What the heck happened here?
Certain someone left them there. You see the peace flags too? The Tibetan prayer flags?
What's this? Is that a number? Or?
That looks like a green squiggle. You know what those are, right, Matt?
Hmm?
You know what those are, right?
Yeah, those are
Tibetan prayer
Tibetans,
flags. Yeah.
they're awesome. This is a sacred place. But we found these rocks today. I knew today we every time I come here I find magical.
Hey, so my name is Jessie, or Jessica Claflin if you actually have my real name. I'm certain you've heard a lot about me. I'm not a disembodied voice on the other end of a video camera. I'm just Matt's filmer, so I'm trying to sort of do both, but I wanted to take a moment to introduce myself and show you a little bit of this forest while Matt's busy doing business as usual on the telephone and making certain he's up to snuff on all the jobs. As I've said, this is my first time in the forest and it is spookily special. I mean, it's only about 20 acres, but you feel like you're transported into another world. The floor here of the forest is spongy. I'm going to show you. If you feel with me, it's actually squishy because of all the leaves and everything. And it just keeps it alive and fresh and soft, and the spring in the steps that you take here is just, it's indescribable. You feel almost like you're, do you remember when you were a little kid, and at least for me, I'm a girl, so every little girl believes they're going to be a gymnast at one time or another, and you get on those springboard floors. That's how the floor of this forest feels, because everything has a little give to it and a little bounce. And I think that's part of the energy that Matt's always talking about. I'm a bit more scientific than he is. He definitely gets into the spiritual aspect of everything. But what I can say as an engineer is that whether you call it spiritual energy or physical energy, you can feel it because it is a potential energy that's stored in basically the springs of the forest. And what it is the soil is compressible, but it actually is also plastic deformation and doesn't happen. It's elastic. Elastic means every time something happens, it can return to its original shape. So here we are, and we're in, effectively, an elastic deformation soil. So everything bounces back the minute you take a step, which gives you that feeling of energy and stuff like that. So regardless of whether you believe in the spiritual aspect of it, there is scientific evidence showing why you get that sensation. Whether it's real or not, that sensation exists in a quantifiable way.
So if you look through this roadie patch, it's really, really cool. I like this part right here. Oh, look at that.
What?
What is that?
It's a teddy bear. Someone
It's a
left
bear.
a teddy bear there. Well, Matt, you said we'd see black bears, but I don't think that quite qualifies.
Well, I told you, every time I come here, it's like this. Rocks. I just talked about hope on the film, and there was hope, a rock, right?
Just like that?
Yep. Now we're coming down to the mother beach.
So this is
beaches that broke, but it's still standing.
This is the one on the cover of the...
Yeah, the cover of the Tree Hugger book.
Oh, let's see.
We'll put the angel there and take pictures.
All right. You're going to have to tell the story about the angels, too. So this is the mother beach, huh?
This is the mother beach that broke this year in a storm. But it's still growing upright. It grows up into a lateral, and the lateral still has leaves on it.
Wow.
So it's still technically a tree. It was one of the biggest American beech trees in southern New England. And it was the mother of all trees, and the crown fell out in all directions. It had a used canopy, but now the canopy is breaking down into the ground. So this is where the Tree Hugger was, the cover of the book. And we're going to measure it. It was 10 feet in circumference. And it's still alive, which is amazing to me. You can see the flared roots.
Yep.
41 inches. Wow, it grew. 10 feet 6 inches. It used to be 10 feet 1 inch. So it's grown 5 inches since
Your
I've been
little
here.
girl's all grown up.
Yeah, but it's still growing into that lateral. It will still be a tree. And then the small babies will grow off the roots.
Oh, here's one right here.
Yep, that's a baby off the mother. So this was the mother of all beeches.
And what about all this, Matt?
Those are all beeches off her.
Wow.
And then this is the canopy breaking down. You can see the breakdown of the lichen, the breakdowns on the trees. I think I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree. A tree that's hungry mouth is pressed against the earth's sweet flowing breast. A tree that looks at God all day and lifts her leafy arms to pray. A tree that may in summer wear a nest of robins in her hair, upon whose bosom snow has lain, who ultimately lives with rain. Poems are made by fools like me, but only God can make a tree. Angels are in this forest. We have found many angels in this forest. The day that we saved it, we found 13 statues, my sons, and it's a sacred site. I was told 2 years by Crystal White, a futurist, that angels would save the forest, that I would be spokesman for forests, and everything she said was true. I do believe her now. So it's so great to be here in the angel forest today during this time, and I feel love, hope, peace, and gratitude. Positive power.